Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this ain't the first podcast, but this is the first of the new podcast. This is the second time we came back with a new podcast, right? Or is this the second time? This is the second time.
If you're gonna count the times me and you did it, and then me and my brother did it, yeah, it is the third time.
Yeah. All right. Well, third time's a charm, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the inaugural episode of the Who Watches the Watchers podcast. So I guess technically we're the Watchers. So if you want to introduce yourself one by one, give the ladies your Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok. Y'all go ahead. But go ahead and start us off down at the bottom.
My name's Corey.
All right, that's Corey. Man, a few words.
All right, I'm Brian, the writer, actor, director, filmmaker, now podcaster. You know, all around old man.
Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Only on occasions. Only on occasions.
All right.
I'm Jason, Sagittarius.
Ooh.
Long walks on the beach. You know what it is.
Dang, he stole my intro.
Follow me on the socials. TigerHeli19, Snapchat, also Instagram.
All right. And I'm Tavon, Virgo. Follow me at the Hokage, HOE, Kage.
I know we were supposed to.
Nah.
I'm an Aquarius.
Tri-state tip. Instagram.
Somewhere.
So, inaugural episode. I mean, we don't really got much to talk about, but the biggest news I think I saw over the past couple, well, at least last week, was your boy Ezra Miller wilding out again. So, is he? I heard that they talking about not going forward with him as Flash.
Which I mean, which they shouldn't. He didn't did too much now. I mean, once you start, harming children, I think you're done.
Yeah,
you're done.
I just don't know why he waited till now to go crazy.
Yeah.
You had all this time to go crazy. You could have did it, and what was that when he first got introduced? Justice League or Batman vs Superman? It was Justice League.
Batman vs Superman,
right? Yeah, you could have went crazy then, man.
He might have already been crazy. It's just we didn't know.
You should have just held on to it as long as you could.
The richer he got, the crazier he got.
How you finish the movie, then you gonna start going wild. But either way, so who would you think is a good recast for the Flash? Anybody in particular you like? Just get the boy off the TV show.
It all depends. Like if you want to do,
because I like the boy on the TV show. I thought they should have just went with him to begin with. But
if you do age. You gotta think about the age and which version of him. If it's still gonna be, what is he now? Who did he play? I forgot the character. I forgot the character's real name.
Oh, Barry Allen?
Yeah, Barry Allen. Mm-hmm. If you're gonna do Barry Allen, then you have to hire somebody that looks similar. Similar stature and all that. They're probably not gonna have the same kind of charisma.
Does this lead into the whole recasting of DC? Or are they going to still try to go back and get the original group? Because at this point, I'm almost like, fuck it, let's just go ahead and blow the shit up.
Nah, keep the original group. You got to keep that original group.
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman?
Ben Affleck.
Wonder Woman, definitely.
Even the black dude, Cyborg?
Yeah, bring him back.
I mean, it's gonna be hard. He just got a job. I forgot what it is. He got casting in something, but it's like the first time he's been casting.
The black
anything.
dude.
Yeah.
I saw him in an HBO
Ray
series.
Fisher.
Yeah, he was in that True Detective joint.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, at least he's working again because I know it was probably hard for him, especially, he's considered toxic. Amongst the,
Was it him or was it?
Well,
it was him.
It's him because.
And not Josh Whedon? Because
he was the problem. Whedon was the problem, but I think he became the issue because he started naming, people that cut the checks. Once you start involving wealthy people in your business, then you start to get that blacklist status where ain't nobody trying to hire you.
But none of them now.
But it don't even matter. Because it's like, if I say something wrong, he hearing me, he gonna put me on blast kind of thing. Right. So he put himself in a position where he almost made himself inhirable.
All right. Well, to me, it sounds like a recast. That's what it sounds like. We got 2 people out of the main core.
Yeah.
I mean, Henry Cavill, you may want to keep, but at this time, you may be able to go younger. I really don't know the direction that they're trying to go to. But one dude I was thinking about who I think would be an okay Batman is your boy from Mad Men.
Oh,
John Hamm.
Recast Batman already?
I'm just saying, just in case.
Another one.
Just in case. They not, I mean,
Pattinson done a good job.
he not getting the Justice League, though.
I don't want to see no more Justice League. Zack
Oh,
Snyder
damn,
not doing
boy.
it.
Woo!
We don't want to see it.
Woo!
Yeah.
Restore the Snyderverse.
How do
There
you-
we go.
Restore the Snyderverse.
It's
Period.
like right now, like, how do you do it though?
You
Like,
gotta
is-
take a break, man.
Just
Let
sit it
time
out.
go by.
but
They
ain't
going
taking no
weird
break.
now. They going with this young crew that's like not the authentic originals. Like it's supposed to be this fake Supergirl. It's supposed
Oh,
to
yeah.
be
I seen that.
Batgirl or
Batgirl,
Batwoman,
Supergirl, and it was Catwoman.
something like that.
Oh, from the
Apparently, Flash's movie gonna reset everything, and these people gonna be the new heads of the group.
That's what it was supposed to be.
But now that Flash is out, I don't know.
To
know.
me, you know, I'm kind of in agreement. They might have to table it because you think about it, they've had so many, you know, issues and variations of all these people that you know you need to take some time away and be like, okay, we need to really develop a full plan to do some stuff. I mean, and they got nothing but time because that's all they do. They schedule meetings and put pieces together so that the puzzle's okay. But right now, like even if you do a Wonder Woman movie with Gal Gadot or Superman with Henry Cavill, like people still gonna be wondering like, okay, where's Henry or not Henry, but where's Ben Affleck's Batman?
Yeah.
Where's Ray Fisher? And then you got Lennox playing Martian Manhunter. Like you already build up all this hype for that kind of stuff. So then you know you try to do it right now, and then you say, oh no, it's not that. I don't think people gonna buy it.
It's a little. They doing a little too much. You know what? They're victim of their own process. They
want to be like Marvel.
yeah, but they
That's
also wanted to cut corners and say,
true.
all right, well, we're gonna put this out real quick. We're gonna put this out real quick. All right, we got a new story for Batman. We're gonna do a separate. We're gonna do a separate, but it's not gonna connect. But it is gonna connect. And it's a little too convoluted right now. So I honestly would probably say let Robert Pattinson rock. Let him get his second movie.
He already got green.
But you know what else though? They don't have a person. They don't have a person there that is a fan. The
But
people that
from what
run
I'm
it
hearing,
aren't
the
fans.
people that they're trying to, and you know what's the crazy part is? They do got people there that are fans. After watching that Young Justice series and some of the other stuff that they do that's not a live action movie related, there are people watch Young Justice and they tie in stuff that happened in the comic without explicitly telling you what happened in the comic. They expect you to be on point with them and for you to look it up. They ain't gonna tell you, oh, this is what happened. They gonna say such and such not here. Why he not here? Because
There's no wrong with that.
something that happened in the comic book. But
But I don't think they would give those people, you know, 350 million
I mean,
without a proven track record of live action. Like I don't see them giving them the money. I think that would be the whole problem. Is do they trust them
at
with the
this
story
point,
and the
I
money?
don't think they need somebody to be a grand wizard. They just need somebody to say, all right, this is the first step, this is the second step, this is the third step. We don't need to orchestrate a whole grand piano orchestra. We just gotta
That's kind
make
of
sure.
what they're doing now. Like they need somebody that at least read a comic book to be like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to do. And you look at Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige was already doing
What
the
is
comic
their
books.
starting point? What is their starting point right now? If they say, all right, we're going to start a new universe, what is the starting point? Superman, Batman, Green Lantern, Flash? Don't nobody know.
It had to be Superman.
Don't nobody know what's going on.
It would have to be Superman.
Maybe. But you know what I feel like Superman did for me? Superman nerfed Superman in Justice League. Well, it made Superman feel like he don't need the Justice League. After watching the original theatric release, not the Snyder cut, because the Snyder cut made other people feel like I see his face over there. I feel like the original release, huh?
You remember the original one?
Yeah, because I hated it so much. I had to remember.
We've had so many debates about that down here.
It made Superman not dependent on the rest of them. Once Superman came in, he cleaned house, and it was pointless to even have a Justice League.
Okay. Yeah,
So that's why I feel like you can't kind of not do it on Justice League. On Superman, because when you see Superman first, and then you see everybody else, you be like, why you here? We don't need you. What you doing? We just get Superman. He'll fix it. Superman was fighting like Dragon Ball Z. That's all I'm gonna say. The rest of them, Batman was getting trashed by.
They made him look worthless. It's the truth, man. He looked so useless.
We talking about Batman?
Yes.
When he was struggling?
Yes. he looked useless, man.
He was struggling.
He looked cool.
Retirement.
All I'm saying is,
You can't defend that.
all I'm saying is, who put the team together, and at the end, who did Martian Manhunter come to see at the condo? That's all I'm saying.
I get it.
Somebody need Batman.
He was the only one available for the reshoot.
Martian Manhunter felt safe with Batman. The rest of them was gonna give him problems. He's like, all right, if worst come to worst, I could beat Batman.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Because he saw how he let Flash get shot, so he was like,
worst come to worst, I could fight Batman. If he tried to do some wild shit, I just say, all right.
Well, all seriousness though, if I was gonna do that world again, I would have made the Green Lantern the antagonist. I would have had the Green Lantern versus the Justice League.
I mean, they intergalactic cops, so.
Yep, I would have had the whole Green Lantern Corps versus him, or versus the Justice League, because you got to put them in a position where they're against someone that's formidable, and no one wants to keep seeing a whole bunch of people fighting nothing but cannon fodder until they get to the last guy, and then all of a sudden they just beat him like how they did in both versions of that movie. You know what I mean? If you put them up against people that are recognizable and they got faces, and you have Wonder Woman fighting another woman, but she's Green Lantern, that makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Like my story is, you see what happened in those movies, then they're like, okay, Green Lantern, you guys got to go down there and save that Earth, or it's on John Smith, or what's the other guy's name, Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
They put that on them, like, hey, that happened on your watch. That was where you were supposed to, take care of that. I need you to go down there and defend that part of the Earth because you let Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Cyborg, you let all of them get out of control. So now you need to take your group and you go down there and you shut that down, and I'd make them the enemy. And then at the end of it, they figure out, oh wait a minute, there's a bigger cause that why we're here now. So now we gotta team up with Green Lantern reluctantly to fight something else.
I like that.
That's what I would have done.
But me personally, if it's not a Snyderverse finish, I'm honestly, as a DC fan, I'm not interested at all. I'm not.
You didn't like the Batman.
The Batman was cool. I liked it for its detective aspect. Like, we've never really seen a Batman movie where they're focusing on his detective skills. It was a bit long, and it was a lot of stuff that I would have personally cut out. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it was a good movie. I didn't run to go see it a second time, but I mean, it was what it was. I mean, Robert Pattinson did better than I expected him to do.
All right.
He ain't my Batman though.
John Hamm was Batman. Y'all ain't trying to hear it. Y'all ain't got the vision yet.
He was okay. He was okay in Maverick. He would have to, for one thing, he'd had to put on some weight. He had to put some weight on him.
He could do that.
He had to put some weight on him. And do I buy him as a tough guy?
Robert Pattinson. Come on, man. Anything possible. We talking about Robert Pattinson.
Well, at least his Batman got beat up a little bit.
He got beat up a lot.
Yeah, John Hamm.
He was getting caught.
Damn Batman. That's what that was.
But I will say though, when Ben Affleck was cast, I hated that casting. I was like, nah, but I hated that casting. But once he did his thing, like when the pictures and the images started coming out and him in the bat suit, and he's hands down my favorite Batman. Period.
He got the hint.
It was that first trailer.
His fight scene was probably the best one.
It was.
Oh, the warehouse scene was the single best Batman fight scene ever.
I ain't never seen nobody punk Batman in a movie before. Wait, which one? When Superman glided down and told him, they throw that symbol up, don't you go for it, and then flew off.
See, and to me, that is one of the worst. That was one of the worst introductions that happened.
I didn't like it.
two of the biggest comic book characters ever.
That was
just the worst. Like
Justice League original is the worst movie, but Batman. I didn't care for Batman versus. You know what? The only parts I really liked about Batman versus Superman was Wonder Woman parts.
Yeah,
and that warehouse scene.
Batman versus Superman is definitely top 5 favorite superhero movie for me. It's in my top 5. I loved it.
Yes, he has.
I loved it. I've been on record that night. I came and made a status about it once I got from the theaters. One of my favorite superhero movies.
I guess, man.
If not, maybe my favorite. Who knows?
Okay, speak on it.
So they've been in 3 movies together.
Who?
4 actually. If you want to count. Yeah.
Batman versus Superman, Justice League.
Well, I was counting Snyder Cut too.
They filmed
same thing,
the same movie.
So yeah, 2.
Okay, so technically
2.5.
It's really 3 movies, but in my head it's 2.
Yeah.
So Snyder Cut and Batman vs Superman.
Yeah.
In my opinion, what would have helped Batman versus Superman would have been a post-credit scene. Like you don't even gotta have, Batman casted. They could have just had a stunt double in the cow watching all the events that was happening in Man of Steel, and also what was happening, with the other ones. Like when they did those little videos when Wonder Woman popped open the drive and to show Aquaman, Flash, and Cyborg. I would have had Batman watching all that on a screen at the end, and had him turn off the screen, it go dark and have bats, and that's it. No dialogue, no nothing, but it gives you something to look forward to. Instead, they started the movie off with Bruce Wayne driving his nice SUV through town, and then he started running because shit was blowing up. Like that to me was
running or power.
Or he was doing.
I mean, it's definitely some things I would have changed.
Briskly jogging. But, yeah, go ahead.
I didn't like how they, threw the death of Superman storyline in there and just makes because I absolutely love. I absolutely love to watch Superman die every single time. It's my favorite Superman comic. Death of Superman. Because I'm not a big Superman fan, and watching him die is a pleasure of mine.
I wasn't until Brian made me watch Man of Steel.
Oh, I like Man of Steel.
Man of Steel was good.
But Man of Steel, that to me, that's not so much that Superman's good. It's just how great Zack Snyder is. He made me like a movie because I didn't even want to see it. Brian, man, I didn't want to see that. I was like, man, I don't even want to see that. I seen it with you and your brother. I did not want to see that movie.
But I'll say this about Zack Snyder's interpretation of Superman. He made him seem like he was
human.
Human. But I was gonna say made him feel like ashamed to be what he was. Like it was a bad thing because his dad always never let him save people or do what he could do. Except for the one time when he did the thing on the bus, and he's like, "Look, you can't be doing that."
I like that scene too.
Yeah,
that scene had me like.
He was like, and then he asked him, he was like, "What's I supposed to do? Let him drown?" His dad was like, "Yeah, maybe." I was like, "Oh, that's hard. Like that is hard." He cares so much about him, being able to keep who he was a secret that he was willing to let his son let people die when he could have saved them. Like that is deep. Like if you dig into that one, you're like, wow, that's kind of deep. Like it makes his dad look like a bad person because he's like, yeah, you let a bus full of children die when your son could just pick the bus up and put it on land. Like that was hard. I thought that was real thought provoking.
So, I guess part of my problem with Superman is that he's initially created too powerful. So, our conflict with Superman comes from his personality or his fighting with himself. That is part of why Batman versus Superman wasn't that good because Batman versus Superman, it was all right. Batman is coming after Superman. Superman was like, "Oh, they don't love me." The whole movie, and then it was a little bit about Batman because they came to him. He was like, "Look what he's doing! Look what he's doing!" But in reality, they framed him for the killing in Africa or whatever, and then he went to the thing. He's like, "Should I be doing this?" Da, 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 da. And a lot of Superman's flaws come from him second guessing himself.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. I mean, they created things to kind of calm him down, the red sun and all this other stuff to kind of make him
less godlike.
Right. But initially he has a flaw because he's so powerful that
but
his character story is taking a hit.
Yeah. But he's one person and one character out of all of them that they have in the whole atmosphere of comic books that should have like mental issues. You know what I mean? Like he has the decisions to make. Okay, I can do all these things, but should I do them? Like who's a good example of what Superman should be? Homelander. Like if you make Superman like Homelander,
that's what I said to you before.
Yeah,
I said take the best.
But I hadn't watched the boys. I hadn't watched the boys until we.
And now they capitalizing on it. Is the damn Injustice storyline where he went bad, but other people are now capitalizing on it. The boys and the animated joint on Amazon.
Superman could be an anti-hero.
What's that joint?
If you make him like Homelander but not have anyone controlling him, he's a better character.
You watched
making
so
them
we talking about
shoes don't work.
So you mean Cody Rhodes?
Oh yeah, you just saying Cody.
Cody Rhodes.
What's the damn animated joint on Amazon? Y'all watch that? It's good.
It's
Infamous.
I haven't watched it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Boy, I need to watch that. It's only like 8 episodes, something like 30-minute episode.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
But they get busy. You could think of Homelander and all that. But they get busy.
But that version would be better Superman?
I think it's a more compelling story for the other the other heroes in the Justice League to figure out how to stop Superman.
You know what made Superman good?
Batman knows.
Yeah.
Contingency
that's
plan.
the compelling story. I
love the contingency plan.
That's the compelling story. How do Batman know how he figure it out? Like him putting it all together, putting the plan together. That's a compelling ass story.
Yeah.
Granted, they're not going to do that. They probably won't do that for a long ass time until they exhaust, the dark side storylines, all the shit that he haven't explored yet.
To go back to Batman versus Superman, I wouldn't have had them two meet until the end of the movie.
Then you can't call it Batman versus Superman. You should have called it Superman 2.
You can though. You can still.
Batman? What is the plot? Sorry, what is the plot?
For them,
Batman versus Superman.
That to me is the easy one. Like
is it Doomsday? Is it Batman versus Superman?
Take Doomsday out of that story.
Yeah, take him. It has to be them two fighting each other.
Everybody coming together. What is the main plot of Batman versus Superman?
The end game has to be them two fighting each other. Like that is the whole point. That's why we're there, is to see them. Now, he even said himself, "Oh, I took the S out so it doesn't seem like it's going to be a whole movie with them two fighting each other." Which to me, that was like, okay, now you're trying to cop out because you know your story's not good. Like that's how it felt to me, for him to say that. In my opinion, I say you build that up like a UFC fight, like how they show the one fighter here and the one fighter in his area, and they're building up their story and showing how they done came from this and they done doing that, and they always make one person seem like he's invincible and the other one is like, okay, he might have a chance, and you put those stories together and then you make them fight. You got to have a reason to have them fight. In this one, they really didn't have a reason to fight. They didn't have one. Like you got to build. You got to build up to it. Like that part when he stopped him and was standing on top of his car and ripped the doors off. First of all, he should have called his insurance company and been like, "Yo, Superman came and ripped my doors off, so I need y'all to, I need some get back for that." But honestly, like that to me, that killed the whole movie right there. That first meeting, they didn't do anything to each other. Like that did it for me. I was like. What do you say? Make them bleed or something like that, or do you bleed or whatever?
Well, he flew away. It's like, do you bleed?
Terrible line.
But I do like the part like
it's terrible.
He rips the doors off. He crashes the car, and the Batman just stands up and like, "Yo, what you trying to do?"
It's one thing Batman going to do.
Hold on.
Is stand on his own 2 feet.
Hold on, right? Okay,
so
hold on. So he did that right when Superman ripped the doors off. He stood up to Superman. I'm gonna fight this cat. But when Doomsday was about to shoot them eye beams, he did just like this.
Doomsday looked crazy as hell.
He covered his face.
Doomsday ain't normal. He wasn't.
And then hold on though. And then when they was out there and he was like, I don't know what he was doing. I guess he like stamped on the ground. All the energy came out of him.
Doomsday
he wasn't under a rock.
He wasn't.
I said, come on, man. Like this. I said, come on, think about it, man.
Doomsday was all action. He ain't say no words. He came out the gate and started swinging. He swung on Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about it, man. Batman. They made Batman useless. They made him useless.
I ain't arguing it.
They made him look good but useless.
I ain't arguing it.
He was good against.
At least in the original cut. I mean, even in the second cut.
The second cut made him look worse, in my opinion. Honestly,
especially when remember he all jumped up on the mountain. And he was the
last one to climb up and he had to use what is it, the grappling gun?
I mean, we do got to remember he's not a metahuman. Everybody else is a metahuman. He's got no power, so he got to climb up there the way he knows. At least
they kept it.
Now I know how to climb up there.
Grounded. They kept it somewhat grounded.
Too grounded. It was too grounded. They made him too. Like I said, in my opinion, they made him look like
they said that
useless. Like he could have been Alfred for them.
What's the
he could have sat right in the back cave and told them what to do.
What's the foot soldiers called? They got a name, right?
Oh, the dummy
parademons.
Parademons. They said the one that shot Flash got Employee of the Month. They gave him a name, and his name was like Ed or some shit. It was like a whole thing.
See what I'm saying? Like, and those to me, those kind of movies got to go away too. The movies, the superhero movies where they're just fighting mindless monsters just so that the actor they pay $40 million.
If it sell, it sell.
That stuff is.
Now, granted, they're going to be some better than others. They're going to be some better than others. They're going to be the Dark Knights. They're going to be the Joker movies. The people that take the time and try to make a storyline out of something. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to big action movies like Justice League, Avengers, it's going to hard to sell a story without putting work in.
Earlier, Captain. Now, remember in all those movies in the 80s, they always had the main bad guy. He had that henchman that nobody wanted to mess with, right? And then sometimes they might
Bolo,
have a bunch of people. Bolo most likely he played that character. But they always had somebody that was like that. Like they've moved away from that and they just said, just throw a whole bunch of people in there. And if we got to animate them, we'll animate them. And then, they're on set and they're just shooting guys that's wearing the green suits. Like I missed like that stuff. That to me felt realer. Like that's why I like the Expendable movies because they had like one guy that was like that. Well, not the second one. They had too much of that going on. But they had Stone Cold was Eric Bischoff's or Eric Roberts' his guy. Like they need those kind of villains in superhero movies now because they don't have them. They don't use them no more. Cause you had at the end of that the Snyder cut they showed the Granny Goodness lady. They showed the other guy. I forgot his Calabac. I think his name is something like that. They said all them guys. Now none of them could come help Steppenwolf. It couldn't have been a triple threat.
But I do appreciate the retcon on Steppenwolf.
Well, I feel like the reason none of them helped. Steppenwolf was in trouble. He was on this mission because he messed up.
Bad graces.
All the more reason to send more people with.
No.
He was supposed to. This was pretty much him proving himself.
If he mess up,
if you don't do this, it's your ass anyway.
Okay, so
that's why I appreciate the retcon because he was out there scared. He was doing it because he knew he had to get back in good graces.
Because he had failed already.
I'd have put people with him,
and that gave him the motivation to do what he was doing. The first one was just like, my mother. It was a stupid ass. Him having the motivation to, they're gonna kill me if I don't do this shit.
You got more motivation if the knife is at your back instead of someone telling you you're gonna get stabbed in your back.
That's why I like the retcon of Steppenwolf.
I would have put him right. I'd have put them two right there. And anytime he did something that ones didn't like, and I'd make him like, hey, look, Papa Bear is waiting. You need to do this. He needed to have that ear right then and there. When they had him like. He appeared in the sky and then he said something to him and he was like, oh man, now I'm shook because even though he a million miles away, he's still talking crap. Like that why would that affect you? You know what I mean? To me, if they right there, they just as close as we is right here and they popping off like that, and that give you a little bit more incentive to do some work.
All right, I'm going off tangent real quick. I'm trying to keep up what's going on, but Sting just took a Young Bucks super kick.
Oh yeah, I saw the end of that match.
Ate it. Came back with the clothesline. Who won?
Sting and them.
Meanwhile, AARP looking at Sting
I'm all right with him doing it though.
He building up them stacks, man. They're like, the longer you wrestle, baby, the bigger the check.
Did Pac win it?
Pac won.
Oh, he did. He did win. Yeah, I wanted him to win that though.
Meanwhile, on this Sting shirt, he got the life alert.
You stupid.
They get a little too hectic.
And he got the padding probably, so he don't. When he take a bump, it don't hurt him as much.
Is there a particular match y'all looking forward to today?
Oh, definitely. Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Will Ospreay.
I don't think he can keep up though.
The little bit I saw.
Osprey too.
He didn't watch Wednesday. That's because he didn't watch what happened on Wednesday. Yeah. That little bit I saw on Wednesday, I
Orange
said,
Cassidy put in that work.
Orange Cassidy could go.
I felt the same way you did until I watched Wednesday.
Yeah, maybe I didn't.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy. I was a little worried too. I was like, how their styles are so.
Because Osprey is a monster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched him before I watched that match.
He's better. Osprey is better than half of the planet, but.
Because I was a little worried.
Gonna make him look good.
I was a little worried about it until I saw on Wednesday. I was like, ooh, the little I was like, oh, they ain't gonna interact. And
the championship match.
Can y'all hear me? I feel like the mic is too close. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You could flip it up.
Yeah, no, I feel like it's too close.
Nah, I think you're good.
It's good. Y'all can, as long as y'all can hear me.
You can hear him, boy? Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you because I don't got no headset on.
That's all good. We get everybody straight up.
Mm-hmm. You should just like put something in your ears to make it look like you was a part of it. Yeah, they work, but Jason don't want to work. I got my ear waxing.
Oh no, I didn't even know you had them. I didn't even pay no attention. I didn't even pay attention. You had them.
Nah, next time we make sure you got some headphones.
Because I thought you was wearing. Oh, I didn't know you had two. Yeah, I know you had.
Because I forgot I left these here.
Oh, okay.
And then I brought. Oh, okay. When I be on Zoom.
Yeah, cause I saw you holding them. I thought you had them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are my Zoom ones. These are the ones where I'll be handling the business. Which I can't wait to start talking about.
But even
I can't wait to start talking about that stuff.
But even backtracking, last thing I'm gonna say about DC, and I could be done with the conversation. That interaction at the end of the Snyder Cut makes me need a Jared Leto Joker opposite Batfleck. That I may never get that in a standalone movie, but
what if they did it straight to HBO Max?
I watch it. I already got HBO Max. I watch it. Yeah.
All right. I could probably see that going.
I think he was a better Joker than he was Morbius.
I didn't even see more. After the reviews, I didn't even care to see it.
It's worth one watch.
Nah, I'll wait for it to come out on something streaming.
Don't pay.
And Sony is just doing the cash grab.
Yeah.
They trying to do him. They trying to do Craven. Mm-hmm. They just gonna do all the B, C level dudes that was in the Spider-Man episode. Yeah. And try to get their money before they sell all their rights back to Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
But
I thought he was a good Joker. Yeah, a lot of people were coming off of Heath Ledger, and I wanted to give him a shot, but source material wise, he was pretty close.
I gotta see how the new boy go.
I don't think he had. He wasn't the source material Joker. He was a spin off. Me personally, if they had been like, yeah, he's not the main Joker. He's like I don't want to say variant. That's not the word I want to use. But he was
a different universe.
A person. Like if he's a person playing that Joker, he ain't the real one.
See, and that's how I feel about Heath Ledger. And everybody gets mad at me. And I said Heath Ledger played a great role. He did an excellent job. But nothing about that Joker felt like the Joker I grew up with. And Batman is my favorite superhero, hands down, no question. Heath Joker played a great terrorist. I felt like he played a great terrorist. But I tell people, outside of the makeup and him having the Joker cards, tell me something that was like, oh, that was very Joker-like that he did that. A lot of people disagree with that, but I feel like
his plan.
He was a great terrorist. He was a great villain. He just wasn't Joker.
He set out what he wanted to do. It's just that he didn't anticipate Batman being able to convince people not to do what he wanted to do. Yeah. Like he had a plan from the rip to rip the mob off, burn their money, and take over the city. He wanted them to work for him. That was his whole plan. I don't think his plan was to even interact with Batman. I think he was using Batman to get the mob out of the way.
No, I think a good meme I saw was like he was more of an anarchist. He just wanted, and they even said some people just want the world, whatever.
And to Jared Leto's defense, he didn't get a fair shake either, because that movie, the first Suicide Squad, is not.
I ain't hate it.
It's not good.
I ain't hate it.
I like it.
I ain't hate it.
I don't like the villain.
Ain't that the movie that they took somebody, another one that they messed up the original?
Yeah, James Gunn did the sequel. What Idris Elba?
No, I'm talking about the first one. Didn't they switch directors on that too?
Oh no, they switched the editors. They made a trailer company edited the final cut of the film.
Oh, I thought they messed up David Ayers. Everybody said that David Ayers cut.
That's they want an Ayers cut because he's at first he said it didn't exist, and he only had to say that because that NDA wasn't expired.
Right.
But once it expired, that's when he was like, yeah, we got another part of this, and we want to show it, but. They went off and hurried up and did that one with James Gunn because they weren't trying to, fall into that trap with the Snyderverse thing again. Because they don't even want to. They still won't even acknowledge the fact that movie made a ton of money. The Snyderverse Justice League. They still won't acknowledge how successful it was. They've said everything about every other thing that came on there, but that. They won't discuss how much it made or how much it did for them.
Because they probably in contract discussion. They trying to figure out who.
Between that, they're probably bitter. They're probably bitter. They're probably like,
that's helping him out when they gotta say, all right, we want you back.
It helps Snyder out because when they say, hey, can you come save our universe? And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna need $50 million to direct the film.
Back like we got off on the wrong foot. I don't like how things ended last time.
Yep. If they'd have put it out and the word of mouth would have got that movie over $1 billion. It would have made the money it was supposed to.
That's a long ass movie though. That was a long ass movie.
Remember Snyder wanted it to be 2 movies. That was his plan, was to be 2 separate movies.
That Batman
and then
part of the first half.
The higher ups got so stuck in trying to do what Marvel does that it was like, oh, let's just make this movie. We're gonna make it under 2 hours.
But you can't compete with somebody who or anything that's already had it going and successful. Like their mistake was trying to compete. They should have just did their own thing.
And that was my issue.
Get your own lane.
I hated the fact
it was never going to be a good time.
I hated the fact that they tried to do what Marvel did because I love DC because it was different from Marvel.
It was never.
I didn't want you to be like Marvel. I wanted you to be
whatever
DC.
They did was going to get compared.
Yeah.
They were in a bad situation because Marvel beat them to the punch about putting the team and the universe together.
Yeah.
DC been putting out movies, well, let's say in the early 90s when it really jumped off, and they had opportunity after opportunity to put their foot in and say, look, Batman been established. We had Christopher Reeve Superman. We had the 2000 Superman. We can just go ahead and just say, put them together. I Am Legend hinted at it. They've been hinting at.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
But they never did it. And Marvel beats them to the punch. And
I'm pretty sure
it's something about being first that's always going to be remembered. That second is cool, but you're going to be compared to how the first one is.
Now, I'm pretty sure they had those discussions about putting them together. I'm pretty sure that already happened. But it's all about the timing.
If they did individual movies like Marvel,
they'd compared. But I see what you're saying. But even though, like,
then they would have been going 1 for 1. All right, is Aquaman's movie better than Thor's movie?
You guys
is they're gonna keep doing that.
See, that's
Captain America movie better than whoever movie.
But you know what that's for though? That is for people like us to make that determination by our money. Like if we're going to go watch it.
But you know what else? They got a 50-year-old Ben Affleck.
That's Batman in the business.
So how long we gonna do this? How long are you gonna do it?
See if they
Chris Evans' movie came out in
2011.
Yeah. We talking 11 years later.
And see if they're smart. Is so much material they could have used because we've been wanting Batman Beyond. I said you keep. Then you already got Old Man. You have Old Man. Batman.
Honestly, I think that's where they should go now.
I said you got Old Man. Batman,
I think
you have
they should go after the non-Justice League people in DC. There's a lot of characters in DC that they can explore.
They fumbled the ball so
it's
many
too late.
times.
It's too late.
Batman Beyond the cartoon.
Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
The boy that's playing Blue Beetle from Cobra Kai. That shit look good. I mean, from the pictures, he looked like Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
If they can hit some of these lesser known people. All right, let's go after who you say first?
Y'all remember Green Hornet?
You said Green Hornet. What was the one I was just about to bring up? Not Blue Beetle. God damn it. Beyond. Batman Beyond.
Okay. Yeah.
Michael Keaton. Right age. He ready. Let's go ahead and say he Flash fucked up the universe, and we just went back to Michael Keaton, whatever they want to do. Let's just say we followed Michael Keaton back to his universe, and in that universe, we start getting the Terry McGinnis story. I wouldn't be mad at it.
they gotta find something that's gonna just satisfy people, because they left like sour
only
taste after
thing
sour
satisfying people right now is these one-off stories. See if it sell, but they see if it sell, then you get a sequel. It sell, it get a sequel. Joker wasn't gonna get a sequel, but it sold.
It don't
got a
need
sequel.
to.
It's getting one.
It don't.
Apparently.
The musical.
Apparently.
It's a musical?
Yeah, apparently.
If I'm Margot Robbie, I'm hot, because I'm like, yo, you let me establish this character in all these bad movies, and now you're gonna replace me with
she getting paid.
Lady Gaga.
She getting paid.
Oh, for real?
What you mean she getting replaced?
Lady Gaga. She's not gonna get
play
replaced,
Harley
but
Quinn.
Harley Quinn is gonna get played by Lady Gaga in the Joker universe.
I like Lady Gaga.
I ain't mad at it. Harley, whatever her name is, she got paid. She got paid. She good.
She definitely got paid.
What she got?
That's all she got.
Suicide Squad.
That's all.
She got her own movie and she did.
Yeah.
Went back and did Suicide.
That's all she got.
Suicide Squad's in there,
She
yeah,
happy.
Her joint.
Hey, she paid.
What else she got? What else she doing outside of DC movie?
I just remember from that one movie, Will Smith.
Will Smith. Did you see it in
She
theater?
about to do Focus. To my Focus.
Yeah, I liked it.
She about all right.
I did.
She's playing Barbie.
The Barbie
She
movie.
got the
But
Barbie.
all that stuff is coming off because
She was in
that Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio joint. She was in
But that all came after
the movie where the Fox News ladies Bombshell.
Scandal.
She was in it.
Yeah, she played Tanya Hardin.
She played Tanya Hardin?
I Am Tanya. She won an Oscar for it. So
Yeah, she getting her thing off.
yeah. So
Well, yeah, she alright. But the point is, she alright.
Margot Robbie.
she's good. But I mean,
alright.
she one of them. Well, it all depends. Like, because some people were protective of those characters.
But you also know what? Harley Quinn origin came from the 90s cartoon, right? Focused around Joker. How the hell you gonna have a good Harley Quinn
Without Joker.
and Joker is what's the status of Joker? We on our third Joker in what, 5 years?
Yeah.
And that's been my issue.
No, yeah, it's longer because Dark
Huh?
Knight came out like
Dark Knight came out like
2012.
No. We got Morbius. We got Leto,
Oh, okay.
Ledger.
Joaquin Phoenix, and the new boy.
Oh yeah.
That's 3 in 5 years.
And the Batman movie.
Oh
3
my
in
God!
5 years.
People was like, "Oh, you gotta watch this." I watched it. I said,
He's like, "Where's Jared Leto?"
it was if anything was unnecessary. That was it. Like,
Was Joker in that movie?
the guy that
I just
played.
remember Riddler.
Yeah, he was. It was
At
a
the
scene
end.
that they cut out.
At the end,
Oh, I didn't see that. I know y'all said it, but I never looked at it.
Yeah, it was a deleted.
and they got a whole 14-minute.
It was absolute unnecessary.
That's probably why he got cut.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have showed that. They shouldn't have showed that.
Matt Reeves like, yeah, he's not even that doing.
But they still put him in the movie though.
That's because they probably got sold to. They probably like, yo, you got this day, and we still got this place rented or paid for. We want you to go and shoot this scene.
See, that's my issue with the Joker, the standalone Joker movies. I said you can't have me have the Joker and give me the Joker and not expect Batman in here. Like, how do I have a Joker and no Batman? It's weird. It's weird to me personally. I still haven't watched the Joker.
If you age his character because you have Bruce Wayne young in that movie, it makes him a less formidable opponent. But at the end,
Boy, gonna be 65.
He'll be older. He'll be older and be able to set up those things that he does in the comic books.
Batman gonna be
instead
20,
of, he wouldn't be a
29
physical threat.
against a 65-year-old.
I mean, I get what they're doing.
He wouldn't be a physical threat. He would be a psychological threat. That might make for a better movie.
So maybe they show them how they started and then they put them in a movie together.
It's not that hard.
He
To me,
already
man.
old,
It's not that hard. Why are they comcomplicating
It's
this?
not
and
hard.
making it.
We don't.
It's extra shit.
It's lazy.
We feel some way about it because we
It's
know
not
they got
hard.
over 70-something years of
It's a bunch of material
to
out there.
use.
All they literally just watch the 90s cartoon. You ain't had to do nothing else. You ain't had to read a book or nothing. You could just watch the 90s
to
cartoon.
me, my favorite Batman movie of all time is Master of Phantasm.
Yeah.
To me, that's the best one they ever did out of anything Batman. Yep, anything.
It don't. I mean,
It's an animated
if you count the animated one, but it was good. It was good.
It's Batman. It's in the Batman canon. That is the only thing. That's the only Batman thing I like. Yeah, I watch it.
Whatever.
See, the Dark Knight. I got Dark Knight Rises over there.
Dark Knight Rises is my joint.
I like that one.
I have it over top of Dark Knight personally, for me.
And I actually agree.
I don't know about
Bane,
that.
when Bane holding that thing like this.
Yeah, I rock with Bane, but I don't know. Because he wasn't even the original. They wasn't even the original.
The best Batman
story.
The
original story was supposed to go.
Now, if you ask me,
I'm playing,
my favorite Batman movie, BVS. But I count BVS as a Batman movie. It's definitely a Batman.
No, all right, but what about standalone Batman?
That shit.
What? Which one's your favorite one?
Probably the original and Batman Returns.
The one with Michael
Keaton?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna. I watched those. I never seen them before. I watched them like a couple months ago. I actually liked it.
Your first time?
Yeah. I think
the 90s? You ain't seen what's her name is Catwoman?
The ones I grew up watching was when I seen Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Boy, what's her name is Catwoman?
That was at the end of the road, man.
Danny DeVito as Penguin was probably one of the better.
Yeah, that was a good story. That was a good story.
He did his role in that.
I liked it.
That was a good story.
And then Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Right, well, I think we about to wrap this up because I didn't miss the I didn't miss the butt attack. Damn, that's all I wanted to see.
You ordered the whole day, guy.
Give her a concussion. Hold up. Knock it. Knock the paint off her face.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man, they're not going to be able to compete.
Your boy Orange Cassidy about to come up, I think.
Oh yes, sir.
So yeah, we could.
Thunder Rosa one?
I don't even know. It ain't say.
Did she win, Jay?
I don't know. The thing I was watching, they froze up.
They got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They froze up. So when you watch it on YouTube, I mean on what's the name? They put this whole thing on
in front of it.
And they keep showing me Sting match.
All right, yeah. We go ahead. Yeah, Batman vs Superman. Your favorite Batman. God damn.
I love it.
I can't even think of a scene in that movie that I like.
What's the name scene? Warehouse. That's Batman Superman.
Okay. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That's the best Batman scene.
That is the best Batman
and their fight wasn't bad. How they fought wasn't bad. I think I would have got there a little differently, but I think their fight wasn't bad.
That was the better
fight. I love the physicality of their fight. Like,
you got to do something to make Superman weaker. So because all he got to really do is say, hey. Oh, you don't want to help me come get my mom? All right, I'm gonna take you all the way up to where you can't breathe, and I'm gonna drop you.
Nah, he's gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna go get my mom, then I'm coming back. Who gonna stop him?
Huh?
Didn't he do that to someone?
Take him up in the air.
Oh no, he
probably tried to do that to Zod or some shit.
No, he did it to Doomsday. Remember when he got hit with the nuke in space?
Yeah.
That part
well, he took him up so he couldn't, so he didn't have no fallout. That's why he took him.
We talking about nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Even if it do hit in space, it's still coming down, and everybody gonna be hurt.
I mean, it's better than being right here. At least he gave us a chance.
Yeah, true indeed. Like that should have been like the last thing they thought about. And also things that made that movie funny is when they were fighting, they was blowing everything up. They made a point to let us know that where they are is uninhabited, so it's okay for them to destroy everything there. Yeah, like you can't come on now, like you can't assume the audience is that dumb. Like come on now, that's too much.
Either way,
responsible violence.
Just me as a writer, that's just things you don't do. Like especially if you're trying to evolve, you don't do stuff like that. Like that was lazy. That was lazy, and that was you answering the people that say, "Oh, Superman did so much destruction and Man of Steel. What about people's houses? People's pets could have got hurt, and there were people trapped in cars, and Superman didn't save them all because he was fighting." Like, you got two alien beings fighting. To me, that is how it's supposed to look. Like, it's supposed to be extinction level event destruction if you got two things from another planet fighting each other that's indestructible. Like, what do you think gonna happen?
Y'all should have voted for Trump. This shit gonna happen.
That's what got me though. I was like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like, if Superman punched Zod so hard he fly through 3 buildings and the building collapsed and there's still people in there, I don't think Superman was worried about that. He's trying to stop him from killing everyone. So he's like, all right, I'm gonna let a couple people go. You know what I mean? I think they tried to hint at that at the beginning of Batman vs Superman. And then they was like, oh no, we got to make sure he stays a kid so it doesn't look that bad.
Well, that's not your boy. That's your brother's boy, right?
Who?
Your brother's a Superman fan, right?
I'm Superman.
You're the Superman fan.
He like Batman too.
You the Superman fan.
Yeah,
Right. I ain't gonna. I'm gonna save my comments. I ain't gonna do it all in one show.
He ain't my favorite, but he's one of one of the characters I like.
I can't rock with him.
I can't.
I rock with Superboy before I rock with Superman.
I can't rock with Batman because he ain't nothing but a privileged white boy.
Is he though?
Yeah, he rich, ain't he?
He lost his parents.
But he's rich though.
To gun violence.
But he's still rich.
Right.
But he's still
To
rich.
gun violence.
He's still
Gun
rich.
violence.
Okay,
And then
rich. Hold on, he's rich. Hold on.
It ain't like he just said, "Oh my gun," and like called the cops. He said, "No, I'm gonna handle it myself."
He's rich, right? He got all that money. So why not become like a politician and help stop gun violence?
Because he knows that's the bullshit too. He knows the bullshit too.
Why don't you get in there and be like, okay, this is what we need to do and get people to follow you that way? Come on,
he ain't no leader. He never said he was a leader.
I'm sorry, man. Batman's useless.
He said, I know how to take care of things. The way I know how to take care of things.
Batman is just a
He's
rich. He's a rich person that wants
politicians get corrupt.
The line. And how do you not trace that stuff?
What?
Like, how do you not trace the stuff that he bought? He's the easiest person to figure out who he is.
Because
he buying stuff offline.
His company bought it.
He ain't hand building it.
His company bought it. That's why they had to bring it. That's why they did the whole Lucius thing. And somebody did figure it out. Remember? In Dark Knight.
On, keep defending him. Keep making it make sense.
I'm just saying. At least they brought it up. They brought it up. Like it ain't.
The more you know what though.
They brought it up.
What got me to this conclusion was Ben Affleck's Batman.
All right. You want to know what the goofiest thing ever? Mm-hmm. S curl is your identity.
And some glasses.
Yeah. I don't agree with that.
We don't know who you are, but the S curl is just throwing everything off.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. But to me, Batman has never been like somebody who I was like fully into. And it's like as the older I've gotten, the desire to like him is lessened. You know
That's
what I mean?
how I feel about Superman.
Yeah.
As a kid, I like Superman because every kid, he can fly, he's strong. But then when you grow up, you're like, he's.
But as a kid,
huh?
I didn't like. Superman
I didn't really like
kid.
DC as a kid. I was a Marvel. I watched X-Men growing up and Spider-Man. So those are my two things. I watched Batman, and all I knew was Batman animated series was better than the Superman series.
I wasn't into these comic books like the Supermans and the DC. I liked the off-brand ones when I was like Savage Dragon. Wildcats. I liked that stuff when I was a kid. I didn't like Spider-Man and all that stuff. Like I didn't like it at first. I didn't start liking this stuff until the movie started coming out.
Oh damn, you real late then.
Yeah,
real late.
I wasn't into him.
I got Superman up there with Captain America.
Batman can't stop John Wick.
Nobody stopped John Wick.
He can't stop John Wick. Batman couldn't beat the cop from the raid.
Come on.
He can't. He couldn't stop him.
Disrespect was there 121.
Look. He couldn't stop him. That's why they started saying, "Oh, Batman, no alien kung fu," because they knew that he was worthless.
Superman can't really fight.
Well, what they say? They wanted him to throw.
Superman without powers.
They said Superman. They wanted Superman to throw high school jock punches. Like that was who he's supposed to be.
Can't fight. So honestly, he shouldn't have beat Zod. He shouldn't have beat the chick because he never got trained to fight. Who was training him?
He just threw hands. When they beat him up though, they beat him up, Man of Steel. They did. Remember they shot an airplane down on him and everything.
Yeah, he did get beat up a lot.
He speared.
Yeah, because they was going to strength for strength.
He speared him.
But hands wise, he should have got trashed.
He did get trashed by the hands.
The girl joint should have trashed him alone.
He did get beat up. Remember the army was the one that helped him. He had help in that fight. Watch that scene again.
That sun go down.
Look, that scene.
Superman getting trashed by the raid dude too.
Listen, okay, check this out. He got beat up and the army helped him, and that's how he won. Batman couldn't stop one guy from shooting the Flash who's running as fast as anybody on the planet. I'm sorry. He had one job and he messed it up. He messed it up so bad the Flash had to run backwards to make the thing never happen, man. Come on now.
A long time ago.
The only reason Flash got shot
make that make sense.
is because he was flailing his arms when he run.
He got shot in the side though. Was that guy supposed to shoot him though? Because Batman was supposed to be taking all them people out.
How many people you want Batman to take out?
He was taking them out.
How many you want him to take out?
He was supposed to take out the main one that got the shotty.
One got left. One left.
He was supposed to,
and got lucky.
He only had one job. That's it. He only had one job. But remember, he had to take care of the people that didn't have the superpowers. That's all he had to do. Remember, he had one job.
Batman told you in the contingency plan, his thing, he was like, I'm only human. The best way to, when you defeat him, what was his thing? He was like, distract me. That was it. He said, distract me. We seen it happen. So he was even right about his own contingency plan for. He said, yo, so I got distracted.
So he knew himself he was useless. He already knew himself he was useless.
So when I was a teenager, I forget where I heard it from, or somebody had said it. And they were talking about courage and bravery. And they said, do you think Superman has courage? Is he brave? And people were like, oh yeah, he is. But they was like, how? Because to be brave, courage, or have courage, you have to know that you can be endangered, you can be hurt. Superman's invincible. I mean, for the most part, he's invincible. So is he really being brave when he does that? You're just doing stuff that you know is not going to hurt you, and you're going to be all right. Meanwhile, Batman out here in the streets, knowing any time he could get shot and take one, and that's it. I ain't bulletproof.
He got a bulletproof suit now.
That shit go right through the
eye. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about Batman. They said Batman keeps his chin out so the cops know he's white.
Yeah.
That was the internet.
Yeah. But for real, think about it. Who want a mask like Black Panther? You sweating in there? And you breathe, your glass piece get fogged up.
You know, what's making me laugh so much that y'all vouching for him, man.
I'm just saying, because he know he gotta breathe. He know he gotta breathe. Because he gonna be tired.
What about the guy from Scream? He'll be tired when he be chasing people and killing them.
But when you don't see him, he be hunched over.
He wear a whole mask.
when you don't see him, he be hunched over though.
I'll tell you, nah, man.
All them.
He was smart enough to get a partner, man. He's like, you know what? I'll be tired of chasing these girls all over the place. I can hear Harley swing, so I need you to come help me. Yo, I'm sorry, man. Ben Affleck made Batman look bad.
And I don't know about all that, but
he made him look bad. He showed that he can fight regular people. He can go and dog regular people. But when it came to like the stuff that was threatening the planet, he had one job, man. He had one job.
What if he had the ship? He'd have shot all the motherfuckers.
And didn't he save somebody in it too?
He had one job. Why
I gotta rewatch it.
Why should the Flash had to go backwards and alter the plan because Batman couldn't kill one parademon? Then he killed him after the fact.
What was everybody else doing?
Fighting Steppenwolf.
So everybody else had to fight Steppenwolf?
They got powers. Batman ain't got no powers.
Superman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman.
But Superman wasn't there yet. He was trying to figure out why they brought him back from the dead, remember? He was out in Smallville talking to his mom and his
so
girl.
Superman died.
Yeah, remember he died in Batman vs Superman.
Batman ain't died though, right?
They had to bring him back.
Batman ain't died though, right?
Why Batman bring him back then? Why bring him back then?
Huh?
Why bring him back then?
Because they was trying to jump Earth. It was like 100. It was 100. So
they needed Superman.
It was 100 parademons.
So they needed Superman
versus 4 people.
They needed the best person, right?
He could have said
Batman wasn't the best person for the job.
I'm gonna keep going through these files when I can just get one person.
This is funny to me because this is like a reverse of you and Jason argument. Jason does this for Iron Man. You sound like Jason when he be saying Iron Man. That's why I'm just looking, laughing. Like,
Iron Man.
You got here when they argue.
Iron Man is Marvel's Batman. They're the same. Like that's why I also like
Iron Man is more useful than Batman.
Iron Man, and part of me don't like Iron Man either though. I ain't gonna lie. Part of me don't like Iron Man.
This is
I
shocking.
like Captain America.
I kind of like Captain America.
Captain America ain't do nothing, ain't come up with the plan, ain't did nothing, and then at the end
he is the plan.
He's just. First of all, can we talk about the message that we're sending? Our hero is on PEDs. He's on steroids.
Performance.
Oh my God! You gonna say the same thing about the Hulk?
Okay, so
I don't like the Hulk. Hulk is OP. That's why I was so glad
Captain America just
gave him them hands and
but every time we had these conversations, you sound more DC biased. That's what it sounds like. You sound more DC biased over Marvel.
I love DC over Marvel.
He said he a DC fan.
We can't have the debate then.
He said he a DC fan.
But
I can't have a debate with someone who's biased one towards the other.
But with both though, I have equals. I have somebody I like as much as Batman and Marvel. I have somebody that I dislike as much as Superman. And I have equals on both. Like,
but because you have more love for the other one, it kind of just softens the debate.
No,
like
actually, the crazy part about me is I probably like more. Like, I like DC better. But if you ask me who my favorite superheroes and all the ones I really like, it's probably gonna be more Marvel. I just like DC better. Cause like I like Wolverine's my guy.
To me, I don't have a preference between the two. That's why I can, I talk about them the way how I do. But it's
I just know
if someone says they love one more than the other one, the debate's
I don't really
over.
fuck with Iron Man like that.
No, I like Iron Man. Iron Man to me,
you like Iron Man from the movies.
Yeah, I like it from the movies. I didn't.
Yeah, but outside
he's he's B-level comic book guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man is cool, but every other Iron Man is trash.
He made people want to look at him,
and nobody liked for the longest. Nobody liked Iron Man, and even in the comic books, niggas don't like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Punisher tried to kill him. Wolverine tried to kill him. Thor beat his ass. Yeah. Everybody whooped Iron Man ass at least once because some bullshit he did.
You know how you get a little bit too much to drink, and then he start doing things he ain't supposed to.
So.
Perfect character for Robert Downey.
All right, well,
that's the truth.
His best
that's
character,
the truth.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh my
we'll
God!
Leave it at that. We just crossed the hour mark, so we'll save. I know, right? I miss my girl though, so I'm gonna have to. Hopefully that shit recorded it. Yeah. But all right, so try to get this next week. What y'all thinking? Huh? Oh, y'all quiet now. The headphones not working?
You know how I be all over the stratosphere, man.
We'll see. But if we try to get everybody back for next Sunday or whatever.
Next Sunday.
One of these days, we'll try to get everybody else.
I might be because that's 4th of July. If I'm off that Monday, I definitely.
Yeah, boy. It's just an hour. Everything's set up now, so I ain't got to, do all the bullshit. Next Monday.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And I know I definitely can do the. I definitely do the 10th.
Who? The opera lady.
She ain't die.
Oh, she didn't.
Nah.
Oh, they just gave her that.
Yeah.
That could.
But all right, let's close this out so we can get back to the damn wrestling match. But all right, next Sunday we'll see. But until then, until next time, who watches the Watchers?